Welcome to the 5-point series for Workers and Resources Saviour Republic, and we're picking up on the 28th of July 1978, which I think is a couple of days on from where we left off in the last part. Now, the game's on pause for a reason which I'll explain in a little while, but first a bit of a recap of what we were doing in the last part. Well, I think we started to kind of build the population in this area here, and the focus was shifting very much more on getting out here to be able to start building our coal mine and work on this area. The other thing we also built right at the end of the last video was a kindergarten over here. I think I've set the distribution offices up to supply this. So hopefully what this will have, oops, we need to set the government loyalty on there. We need to get fairly high loyalty people in 62%. We can go to in fact I wouldn't mind 60% in there. Let's see the loyalty in this area. What is the government loyalty? It's not quite high enough to justify 60%. Go for 55. It's quite important when you set a kindergarten up that you do set this loyalty and you keep it as high as possible, because your tutors pass their loyalty on to children. And if you look at babies and some children, especially if there's been problems, they actually have very low loyalty. So, and the kindergarten is a very good way to starting your children off at a very high loyalty, which you can then build on. And if you've got this system working, the use of monuments and that becomes a bit mute, because monuments really only build loyalty up from a very low position to, I think, about 40%. So if you've got an average loyalty of above 40%, strictly you don't need monuments, but it's still quite useful to have them around just in case you've got criminals who actually may have a loyalty problem. Because I think if you come into some of these, you'll find that some criminals actually have low loyalty. And of course, more importantly, if they escape and get back into your community, which they can do at the moment, because we've got lots and lots of slots for them, that will mean that they will go in and have a negative effect on your population. I don't know. Well, I'm not going to waste your time going around, but that's something you do need to be kind of very aware of. What I want to do in this part is we need to monitor the harvest, because I've still got quite a lot of crops in here. So part of me would like to get this area built up, but we don't have the workforce yet, because you can see I've still got 0 unemployment. Well, that might change a little bit once the game starts running. And the other focus I want to really start pushing out is getting this out this way. And then the other thing I want to do is do some work over in this area where we've got because I've kind of got an idea of something else I want to add here. And the more importantly, I want to start kind of putting the rail network in, especially a line going up this way, simply because that bringing fuel in is going to be quite important. So we're going to have to try and think of where we can put a fuel depot in. Possibly, part of me might say we could put a fuel depot down about here, but that's something that we do need to. Anyway, that out the way, and as usual, before we get started, a big thank you for all your comments and feedback. You guys give me a lot to think about. Now, why is the game on pause? Well, this is something that when I was actually checking the game, because every time before I start, I always go round and do a bit of kind of, you could say, housekeeping, making sure everything's going well. What I noticed is that, one, we don't have anything in here, and I'll come back to that. Also, my composting plant here has got a big pile of export mixed waste here that's not being picked up by this distribution office here. And also, if I come over to here, and if I come to here, what you'll see is that this transfer garbage thing is completely full as well. And I was a bit confused over why this was full up. And of course, it's starting to knock on into our areas here. And it took me a long time to actually work out what was going on, because this is something that, as I say, it's a very tiny error, and it's almost microscopic error, but it's something that can destroy your economy, because if you don't collect the garbage, what you'll see is pollution grow. In fact, just to give you an idea, I've got some bit of a growing pickup problem here. If I click this, you'll see that I'm already getting pollution starting to spread into my towns because the garbage is not being picked up. I also realized that this area here needs some work, so I've put in another garbage depot there. And so what is actually causing the problem? And I'll be completely upfront, it took me a good 15 minutes searching around trying to work out what was going on, what was broken. And if I come to this here, I don't know if you can see it, where it says dump, there's a very tiny little bit of sliver there. And it's so small, I can't even put the cursor over to tell me what it is. And that's what threw me, because I couldn't work out what the problem was until I noticed this. What you'll see is if you come across here, you can see that none of these work except fertilizer. What that means is that somehow a very tiny amount of fertilizer has got into here. And the consequence of that is that this distribution office there, I'll show you here, this is the Freeport. Actually, we'll rename this 5 points. Actually, we'll go 5 ports, so I can use it. Mixed drop, so we can identify it. Now, if I come into here, and this is where you've got to be very careful. I can find it. There it is there. You can see this says drop mixed waste. And that is the problem, that this will not drop off into here because this is now seen as a fertilizer drop off point. So what I've got to do is I've got a truck here. And we're going to set you onto there, and we're going to tell him to pick up fertilizer. I just want to, I don't know if there's space for fertilizer in here, we'll just see. Yeah, we got space for fertilizer in there, so it's going to be absolutely minute anyway, but I'm going to drop fertilizer there. If I let the game run and we follow this guy, speed it up, and he will come through here. And if he comes into here, there we are. Look, he has just picked up 0.001 tons of fertilizer. Now, as he moves out, this is theoretical actually. What should happen now is, as soon as this guy's cleared this, we can now set that to mixed waste, because that is a mixed waste drop off. What these guys will do now is they will come into here and clear all the waste out from there. That, once we get some workers into here, I've got a bit of a worker problem, but we should get some workers in here. Right, we've got the workers coming in now. And then what should happen is this, we should get a few workers coming over, one worker anyway. Yeah, and what he will do now is start to clear the bio waste from here. And that will start turning into fertilizer. And then if I go back over to what we call it, where is it? Over here, I can find it. You see straight away all the big trucks in here now are clearing away this waste. So what we're going to get is a surge of waste that's going to go over to here. And there we are. You can see straight away we've got a bit of a massive dump coming up now, coming into here. And it's causing a little bit of a queue, but it should clear itself eventually. But what we might need to do is get some more workers into here. I think we just got another busload of people coming into here. Got 2 workers in there, 1 in there. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to temporarily shut that down so that we can clear any backlog that builds up here. You can see here we've got a little bit of a queue. Now the next we've got right, we've got 3 trucks from 5 points here. I don't think we actually need this guy. You can go back to the depot there. Of course, he won't move because he's stuck behind this truck. But these guys should clear this area here. And what that will mean is that once we cleared this, because if you watch the previous part, you'll be aware that I got this, managed to get this contaminated, which is the beginning of all my problems. What I can do is once I've cleared this mixed waste, I can then readjust the garbage so that we can drop the biological waste off in here, and we can get our fertilizer factory going. Yeah, we're kind of pushing out a bit more stuff now. We've got more workforce into there, which is good. Traffic jam, yes, I know you're telling me the traffic jam's here, but we should get this going. And our trucks are now running. We've got a nice big pile of rubbish there. Now I am working on this, and then those trucks that go, actually, where is that? All related vehicles. Where are you? Where are you? Right, you. I don't need you now. You can go back to there. Get rid of that. So that is the fix. Now, I probably want to emphasize this. If I hadn't noticed that and not fixed it, what would have happened is that eventually the waste dumps over here and in the various cities would not have been emptied. That would have created more and more pollution. If the pollution's improving a bit now, it's kind of easing a little bit now, because the one thing about garbage dumps is that if they fill up quite considerably, what will happen is that that pollution takes quite a long time to go away, especially if it starts to fill up inside your properties. And if that happens, what will happen is your population will get sick and start dying. So it's quite. So that was a very tiny error, but it would have had massive consequences. And considering the fact we've only just got back to a population of 6,600, it would have been a bit crazy to actually kind of kill them all off. The one thing I do want to do is also I want to upgrade my garbage trucks in this area, so I've got a little bit more capacity. I think, let me just check something. I want to... It's 3,000. I think that's a little bit too far. I think we're going to drop you to 2,000. I don't want these trucks wandering all up here, because these guys have got their own garbage collection here. In fact, you could probably... Do you cover... Actually, you don't need to cover out to there just at the moment, do you? You do need to cover out to here, though. So I think we'll push you to 2,000. And then, of course, out here, our garbage collection here, where that's probably gonna, that's 2,000 as well. Okay, so we've now got that fixed. The population should continue growing. We've got no pollution monitor here, but I think the garbage will be under control, because this should now be virtually empty. It probably needs a bit more work to kind of clear this out. Oh, you've got biological waste. Okay. Did you just pick up biological waste? Right, so we got a problem now with biological waste, so we really do need to get that out. I don't think it's a major problem at the moment, but we do need to... Right, this is now virtually empty. We got a tiny little bit of mixed waste in here. We want a truck that's going to come and remove this mixed waste. Right, I think... See, this is the problem. We get tiny amounts of... It's still got a very tiny amount of construction waste in there. And this is where you can have quite serious problems. Right, we're going to have to use you to clear you. You pick up mixed waste and take it to there. And then we're just going to follow him. It's very important when you're using distribution offices, and especially when using biological waste, and you want to make sure that you don't want contamination. It's very important that you actually maintain this. It's a bit... Right, we're just going to empty this out. Just get that out. See, it's mixed waste with biological waste, so we're removing quite a lot of biological waste, but the problem is that construction waste that I put in by accident. Right, so we've got you there. You can go that way. What I can do now is come up to here, pick you up. Well, oops, thank you, game. I'll put you onto... I'd like to have you on here. Unload biological waste back from the composting plant. What were you? Okay, you can go back to there. Now I need to make sure we get the right one, because the incorrect allocation could mess it all up again completely. You can go there. And then this one here. Where are you? Hazardous waste. Biological waste. I'll just put you on there. Unload biological waste, because this is the one that gave me all the problems in the first place. And you're picking up fertilizer, and we should now have everything back running the way it should. Obviously these guys are gonna drop off, and that's running good. We still got a little bit of a pile up here, so got nobody in the incinerator. Right, I just need to check. Where are you coming from? Right, we got... Right, we got a bus coming from there. Where are you coming from? One from up there. Right, we've got a workforce coming down from up here. Hmm. We've got the workforce. We just need. I think this distance is a bit further. These are minibuses. That's the biofuel plant. Okay. That actually had workers on. Okay. Right, where are you going? Yeah, just want to make sure where these guys are going. Right, you're coming into there. Right, it's just gone in the gas station. Looks like we had a bit of a debate here, which is not good. Yeah, we've got a workforce here, but it's not 100% reliable. I just want to look at this junction here with the gas station. Yeah, that. Don't want trucks kind of waiting there. That. See, if you don't put a priority on the junction, if you get two vehicles approach, they both stop. If you put the priority, I don't know if you can see it. We've got to find somewhere where it's a little bit busy. You've got two trucks approaching here. If I show you that, see, these guys have got the priority. This has got the yield. So the truck with the priority no longer slows down when it's actually going through. So that's something you need to be aware of. You do need to use these priorities if necessary. Right, we can now, after that's sorted out, wow. I'm a little bit worried about some of these jobs. Do we have any problems here? We got a lot of, where are you? Got construction here. This could be tricky because we're getting a bit of a backlog of repair jobs here. I think I'm gonna bend the coal mine. I think it's pulling people. Actually, I'm gonna suspend all jobs. I want you guys to catch up with these repairs. That's bad news. It's going to delay my overall construction, but I can't afford. I think the problem is that we probably got not enough workers in here. I think what I'm going to need. Trouble is, I got this is a bit too far out for a workforce. Yeah, we need that. Okay. Right, that should be okay. Yeah, yeah, I need to get I think what I need to do is get some of the workers. What on earth are you? What is this route? Where are you going? You're actually taking these guys out to here. Okay. 70 kilometers an hour. You carry 8 workers. I think I need to modernize this route. Right. Do I have any buses in here? No. Right, we're going to buy a bus. Where are you dropping off? 5 points. Where are you? Right. Right. Yeah, I need to get rid of these things and put a better bus on. That will reduce the traffic, I think. So we're going to come in here. Just put you down there for the moment. Right, we've got 32 workers here. Top speed 85 kilometers an hour. 50. I think that would be quite adequate. So we'll get you there. I'm gonna hook you, let you drop off, and then we'll send you to the recycling. Okay. You recycling. You take over this route. You go to there. Yeah, I need more. I think how's the workforce here? I think what I might be able to do. Yeah, we are getting more and more workforce there. Now, I do have a truck that's coming out here, all related vehicles. That one goes to there. I think it's this one goes to here. It's got no line spacing on. Okay. Right. Biofuel plants. I think what we're going to need to do is to take the pressure off of that bus station. We're going to put you there. Move you. Can load there. Actually, this is the load point. Biofuel point. Oops, got the wrong one. Just check that. I know I'm being a bit paranoid, but it's the nature of what it is. Yeah, unload. I think at the moment we do need a dedicated bus into here, because this bit here is not quite so important at the moment. We can live without that. We've got bricks in here. We've got 75 tons of bricks, so you can go back onto picking up bricks from here. Bricks. Like I say, we got a new type of garbage truck as well. Right, let me just, before we get, I promise we will get to what I had originally planned for this video, but this is a little bit more important. Okay, we are starting to get through these repair jobs. Yeah, we need more workers, but hopefully pulling that biofuel plant off will mean we will get more workers into here, and those workers will get out to here. The one thing I do want now is if we can get the waste under control here, No. Right, this is now finished. Right. You can go to there. Remove that. You can go to there as well. Right, your job now is going to be to pick up from there and drop off there. And you're going to keep this 80% full. This is classified as mixed waste. So you're going to pick mixed waste up from there and drop mixed waste off from there. Right. This is going to have to wait. We've got quite a pile of... I've now got 10 vehicles in here waiting to be scrapped. But the way to look at this is that this is a reserve of steel, which I can tap into later on. Right, so we've now got that finished. One quick check. It's flowing along quite nicely. Right, at long last, just bring the mini map up so I can, because we are getting to that point now where we can, it's probably going to be better to kind of flip over this way. Now, I was looking at this after I finished the last video. These guys have got nothing to do. Let me just, yeah, I want to move you out the way. But, right, well, first thing we're going to do is come in here. Where's the, put you just over here out the way. And that's the mechanisms. And you there. You there. Demolish you. Move that mud road. Like that. Right, what we got here is we got an ore processing plant. We got the steel mill over there. What I want to do here, if possible, is put in a mechanical components factory. What we got here, this produces 15 tons. Wow. This is the base game one, isn't it? That needs, the build that needs 133 tons of steel. I think we're going to go with this one. It's a little bit more compact, a little bit more efficient. I wonder if I could get that kind of tucked in here. Maybe we'll go about there. And then what I want is an open store. Want one with more vanilla with rails. That's actually if I could get that kind of tilted round like that a little bit, maybe in a little bit closer. I would like a cargo station or drop off. This will make sense. I guarantee it. I'll put you there. A road connection straight into there. Now, what I want is there's a small warehouse with a rail connection here. So we're going to have to come here, warehouse. That's got no rail connection. Okay, I think we may have to use the kind of vanilla warehouse. Yeah, I think we'll just use the vanilla warehouse. No, I flip that the other way. We'll put you about like that. You tilt you a little bit that way. Remove that. Ah, that's going to be... How can you get to the... Didn't think of that yet. We can get the workforce into there. You can come to there. Now, the idea is that what we'll have here is a... We're going to put steel into here for possible export using the rail. And we're going to put mechanical components in here for possible export to by rail as well. That will offset some of our costs with respect to that. We'll just get you into there and there. Get those built. And what I want to do now is, well, I want to plan a little bit of railway, but excuse my paranoia, but I just want to make sure everything is going here. I need more workforce. Well, this is running quite well now. How's the bio plant? Yeah, we got a bit of fertilizer in here again. Done it again. The problem now is that this is... It's now... Okay, we're going to have to... I'm going to bring in a truck again. We've got contamination. See, these guys won't... Oh no, we've got a little bit of biological waste in there now. I think this guy will draw in the fertilizer, won't it? Yeah. Oh, it is working. It's just that we're not getting that much biological waste in. Panic over. I am very worried about this. I think I may have to send a minibus in there directly. Got no workforce here. I'm gonna need to push more workforce onto this. So by building on fire, where's that? That should be well within range. We're going to need to put a dedicated workforce into here. Right. Do we have a bus? Right, we're just going to buy... I don't want a big bus. I just want one that will... Right, we've got a micro bus there. We'll just bring that in. I think the problem at the moment is that because the workforce is being split between the various kind of factories here, that we're not getting enough workforce into here to split. And what this actually needs is more. See, once this gets going, it can knock it back down. So I think what we need to do in the short term, until we got enough of a workforce in, just wait for that microbus to show up. Did I buy it? There it is. You will go up to here. Where is it? You're gonna pick up a workforce here, and then you're actually going to drop off directly in there. So there's no splitting of the workforce. What that should do is start to increase this capacity, and then we will be able to kind of push this through. These guys are really busy. Maybe they don't need that quite so much that area there. Maybe we can drop you to say 60% at the moment, just to stop them running backwards and forwards. Right, one more quick check, and then I will, as promised, I will do some work with this railway line. It's okay. We're working on this area here. I think what we will do is, and I've got this guy doing absolutely nothing at the moment. Those built as well. Get that there, that there, and get them working on that. Right, let's just get back and check the, is my construction office making headway? Yep, it's cleared all those jobs, so we can get them back doing what they want, supposed to be doing. I think for the moment we're going to have a, what on earth is that? Oh, that's the aggregate stuff, wasn't it? And I think we'll go for a, let's get them in there. Right, what we got to do now is I'm going to trim this back to there. And now we've got to get this line out here. We're going to come this way, double back that way, and okay, so that will curve that way. I think if I want enough space to make sure that we get the right length of trains in here. Oops. So we're going to curve you away up in that direction. Hopefully we're not going to build anything dramatic here. Right, this needs to be a kind of two-lane line approach out of there. Ideally what I'd like to do is bring one in from here. Actually, yeah, I think I push you there. Now I think we'll keep them separate, so again we'll just push you off in that direction. Actually, yeah, we're gonna pull you back a little bit. That should be enough length for the train that way. You can come there. That should fit in there. Now the problem's going to be is this line. Oops, haha. Bit of a mistake there. I'll just have to. Yeah, didn't connect those lines. See, I could curve the line out and come back that way. So we could do something like that, but it's going to look clunky. So my instinct is take you out like that, curve you back that way, push. Right, well, let me just look at the map. We're kind of pushing in that direction. I'm looking at going across there, so if we come out something like that, rail line, you can come there, you can split off like that. Right, we need enough space here so that long trains can be here. when you're building a main line, you want about at least 200 odd meters, depending on how long the trains you're going to run. And then you can kind of go around to there. Now, generally, I don't like running great big long trains. I know some players do, but it's not really something I like too much. I like relatively short trains. You can come. Wouldn't mind a bit of a straight run like that. You can run into there like that. That will mean that the train can pick up from here and here. One thing I probably will need is a rail. We are going to need to seriously think about a rail distribution office. My instinct is here, but can we actually build them? That's an interesting question, actually. Train distribution office. Yeah, see, got nothing there. I mean, ideally, I'd like to tuck it in, say about here. And then, still want roads, want rail. See, there's no junctions here, so you can kind of come off here, like that, run into there, run into there, run out of there, run into there. So we got rail distribution office there. Now the fun bit is we've got to. I could make a clumsy type connection here. Okay, we're gonna have to kind of actually. Gonna be quite. Then again, the rail distribution office is going to be a big investment anyway. I've kind of got myself trapped a little bit here. I think what we can do is actually we could argue that. Oops. We build a road over here. Pop you down like that. There's a possibility we may want to do something in this area anyway, so if I bring a road up there and then I want to leave this area relatively open, so we're kind of bring you across to about there. That will give us access to there. We'll have to bring power into here as well. And the only problem I've done now is I've kind of closed off this area a little bit with respect to going in that direction. I think what we'll have to do is I'm going to shorten this back a bit. Just trim that back. And let's try and get you in a little bit closer. And then work. I need to think about this. We got. I want an intersection here. I think actually what I can do. I'll just plan this intersection here. If I come off about here, let me just measure something. 108. So I want to come off about there. So we'd have to. something like that. I mean, there's nothing in the rule book that says that your lines have to come in. Want to? Okay, we've got snow. Not the ideal way for laying track, to be honest. This is a bit over the top. This one's got, right, I think what I'm going to do is we're going to rework this, because this is the gravel thingy bob. So we're just going to actually, so I'm going to take all this out actually. Just take the whole lot out. The other junction is going to be far more important, so just take this back like that, and that. Take it right back to about there. Get rid of all this. Actually, if we trim you back about like that, curve you up a lot more like that, and then kind of take you around like that. What that can do is give me an opportunity to come off. Actually, it's the wrong way round. That's the out one. Right, I need to come off there like that and that. And then you can come into there and there. You can then connect from there to there. And then we've got this area here, and what I could do is we could do a kind of combination junction here. So you can come through like that, and then you can come around that corner like that, and then no. Yeah, because if the train wants to go that way, any train coming here will only want to go that way. And the train coming in will want to go that way. So I could put you there, there, and hook you in about halfway up like that. You can come there. You can come there, and then we can take a line off of here, and you can come that way. There's a little bit of broken track there. Yeah, so that, if a train wants to go that way, it can go that way. It won't be interested in what's coming that way. And then if a train wants to go that way, it can actually go through that area. Actually, yeah, but say it wants to go up that way. No, that's rubbish. Little miscalculation there. Take you out like that. Take you out there. I think probably the best way to do this would be to come here and bring you in virtually right on top of that junction, like that. What that will do is make this junction into a single junction. Yeah, I think that would be the better solution. So this would be managed as a single junction there, which will make a lot more sense. And what that will do is allow trains to go that way and up that way, and trains to go that way. So it's going to drop that. Right, I'm aware that I'm running out of time, so I just want to do a quick little bit of a diagnostic again, just to make sure everything is working well. Yep, this is all nice and empty. We've now got a population of 6,788. I just want to check the pollution in this area. You can see here now that I've solved that problem, we got a little bit more pollution here, probably from the water plant, but it's actually kind of dropped down there. Our health is reasonably good. We've got 18 people who are unemployed. We've got a pile of stuff there. This is now under control because we got a more stable workforce into here, which is good. So eventually what we'll do is we'll push the workforce into a more general area eventually. Just have a look here what we got here. Yeah, we're getting quite a regular supply of workers in here now. Right, we just got to find 17 unemployed people. Yeah. I think we're now... We got 17 people, 4 workers. Let's see if we can find those unemployed. I mean, they could just be scattered around. In fact, there's probably the best chance here. Actually, I didn't check I got so wrapped up in doing things. I didn't actually check how much we lost with the harvest. It doesn't look like we lost that much. So that's good. Let me just see. I've got a feeling some of our unemployed workers might be over here. No, just got one unemployed person here. One person without a job. Okay, I've just got... It could be just a random workforce scattered around without anything, but I just want to double check, make sure. Oh, I need that built. Got all about that. So that I can get... Right, just one more final scoop round here. We've got 11. It's kind of fluctuating. Oops. Now, I think what I've got here is I've just got kind of random people who are... Now we got 11 here. For some reason, deciding to go anywhere they want. I think what we can do just to absorb this, the private school probably needs to get a little bit higher. The kindergarten is good. Probably get a few more, get a bit more capacity in there. That needs to be reconstructed. That was a bit quick. Did it have a fire? The court police station is going good. We've got temperature there, farmers working. Right, we've got 247 there, 249. Let me just check. I think this one here, the people, they can still get to, they can still get to the store, so we can allow that. I think we can kind of allow a few staff in there. We probably need to consider opening up the university. In fact, we probably need to just boost the birth rate again. I think we're just open that up to maximum. Well, that will suck up some more workforce. Anyway, this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. In the next part, we will keep trying to keep the focus very much on up here, because this has got to be the next big project that we can do. And of course, we also need to keep pushing the road out with a view to getting our oil industry up and running. So this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it interesting. And until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.